Hey, future Picassos! I'm Summer. Welcome to my channel. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded a video for 2 days. My dog is sick. I have been accompanying him to the hospital for infusion treatment these 2 days. Today, I'm going to share my understanding of metal materials. This is a daily material representation exercise. You can pick up your brush and start painting with me. The metal material I understand is relatively common in the original painting design. It is widely used in armor, weapons and equipment, decorative accessories, different material links, wrapping materials, etc. By looking at metal objects in the real world, I discovered that metals have some unique properties. From the transparency, material structure, soft and hard degree, the intensity of high light reflection. The metal has an opaque property. The material is usually hard, the metal material that appears in the design. It's easier to choose a smoother variety. Smooth metals will have a strong highlight and reflection, and even show the effect of specular reflection. In my observation, I also found that the metal material has a more interesting feature, or because the reflective properties of the metal material are relatively strong. When there are more objects in the metal's environment, the dark color of the environment is reflected in the light surface of many metals. At the same time, the areas on the backlit side also reflect the bright colors of the environment. In this way, the illuminated side of the metal will have a dark color, and the backlit side will have a strong color. There are lots of alternating light and dark areas on the metal surface. This discovery saved me a lot of effort when drawing metal. I hope it will be of some help to you. While doing basic exercises, I usually find a little fun. In this picture, I'm simulating the shape of the shoulder armor. When you sketch, think of the shoulder plate as being on a character's shoulder. I wanted to add some graphic design to the sketch. Remembering the wings drawn before, I integrated the elements of wings and birds into the figure. I imagine a bird with its wings around its shoulders, but given the distance between the shoulders and the neck. By designing what looks like a bird's head into a standing structure, the part linked to the big arm uses a bird's wing. The use of birds and wings in many of the original designs. Interested friends can find a relevant design. I believe there will be many new inspirations. I observed many original designs and found that the commonly used metals have these color gold or brass often choose orange-yellow areas of color. Color saturation is usually not too high. The natural color will be slightly brighter silver, or steel choose cooler colors with lower saturation. There were shades of blue, green, even purple, and I looked for those colors. You can also find a supplement. My habit is to draw things to analyze, compare, summarize some rules. This will save a lot of time when painting later. What kind of painting habits do you have? You can share it with us in the comments section. Choose a color you want to paint and quickly lay the base color down. I chose gold because I wanted to do some color contrast. It's just under the shoulder plate, a small piece of blue metal and a dash of leather tint. This can also enrich the combination of materials. After the base color is laid, you can draw further light source volume. I designed the light source in the top left, so the right side is basically in the backlit area. Now we're going to draw the backlit areas. You want to draw the backlight and the projection together. I chose a hard-edged brush and did not turn on the opacity property. This will make the colors more uniform. A lot of my friends ask me how to make the transition. I am using the smudge tool. This is my tool settings parameters. Interested people can adjust to try. Adjust the brush strength to 90% in the toolbar. quick transition, I'm going to add a layer of heavy color, mainly to increase the contrast between light and dark metals. So after the highlights and reflections, the metal will have a stronger texture. Heavy colors are added. I'm going to focus on the shading line and the projection. To give the shoulder armor a stronger sense of craftsmanship, I added some carved grooves to the wings. The shoulder armor will look a little more humane. Often the game's races are able to use complex metal materials. They would be more civilized. Then the manufacturing process is often more complicated. Metal is a relatively hard material. In the absence of line thinning, pay attention to the edges of each form clearly drawn. With sharp edges, the metal will look more clipped. For highlights and reflections, I will use a color dodge layer to quickly show them. Be aware of the difference in intensity between highlights and reflections. The highlights are stronger. The reflections can be lighter. Highlights and reflections can also make the difference between heating and cooling. It takes time to refine. I chose yellow with high brightness and low saturation to draw the metal highlights. Because there are no lines, so it takes some time to trim and smooth the edges of the metal when thinning. You can also turn on the brush's wet edge properties when painting metal surface highlights and details. This will create an effect like watercolor smudging. Because there are always some magazines in the metal, the surface is not necessarily completely smooth. At the same time, there will be objects of various colors in the surrounding environment, which may be mapped on the metal surface. So I wanted to try to simulate this phenomenon and use a wet brush to achieve this effect quickly. Give it a try, then patiently draw each piece of structure clearly. Today's sharing is here. I hope you can feel the fun of painting in the process of painting. I will bring more exciting content. Stay tuned.